Hello world, this is Rachel Gives Tips, video 4. Today I'm going to be talking about the incredible support network that is a persuasive essay. So of course the most important part of the essay is the thesis. You need something that can be rooted in the book that you'll support later, and you need an opinion. Something that you've come up with that is controversial. It shouldn't be something obvious. It should be something they're trying to persuade the reader of. Now from the part that's anchored in the text, you should come up with 2 to 4 or 5 examples, if this is an average sized in-class essay or something, that you can find specific examples for in the book. I find that I like to come up with the examples that are connected by a kind of theme that I'll come up with the thesis for at the end, but that isn't the way most of my friends like to do it. They like to know what they're going to argue and then try to think of examples. So, you need an opinion, and in your introduction, it should start very broad. It should be, I don't know, in life there are people that deviate from the majority, and then break it down into what is an outsider, where can they be found, how many types are there, and then focusing on the text that you're referencing or the point that you're trying to make in your thesis. So it should be a big kind of funnel that goes from general, in life everyone knows this, obvious stuff, into specific what you're going to be getting across. Your thesis should have something to do with in life. Like my teacher Bangkok used to say that our thesis should always use in life, because why does the reader care what you're talking about? Because what the author was saying affects your life. So you need to say, in life there are lots of types of outsiders, and the different causes result in debatable effects, or not in debatable effects, but in effects that you can debate later on in the essay. So, in life helps to keep you on track from relating the text to the life of the reader. Your body paragraphs should obviously support the thesis, and I like to root them in the specific examples I've come up with before the thesis. So if I know that the monster was unfairly treated, I'm referencing Frankenstein by Mary Shelley here, because that was the most recent in-class essay I've done. If I know the monster was unfairly treated, bam, 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 I'll take the first of those bams, and I'll analyze it in a way that relates back to why outsiders hate society, or something like that. But you should use the examples to support your analysis that supports the point. You need a point to each of your body paragraphs that supports back to your thesis and then the overall persuasion of the essay. So everything needs a purpose in this like clockwork of persuasion. It's also, don't forget this analysis though. Like the analysis of your body paragraphs is one of the most important things. I find it's helpful if I don't really know what to analyze of the evidence that I've chosen. I'll try to use specific words I chose in my thesis, like deviation, outsider, anger, exclusion, and I'll put that directly into my analysis in the body paragraph so I know that it'll somehow connect to my thesis. And then your conclusion, the way that your introduction was kind of a funnel, your conclusion should be the other way. So I like to start it with the rephrase of my thesis, like these examples that I've mentioned in these body paragraphs that are now going to be more detailed because the reader knows what I'm talking about now. And it'll go into, but outsiders are everywhere, and then it'll just explode into the reader's life and obvious things. So it should be kind of like a woman's body. That was a strange analogy, but in the fact that it starts general, ends general, but you get so specific and tied up in the analysis that it has to persuade you of the thesis. That is both in your introduction and your conclusion, because it helps to tie together your introduction by starting with your thesis, so you know that you haven't gone off on a tangent somewhere in your body paragraphs, and then you're actually still supporting your thesis. And that's how I like to write persuasive essays.